Over the past decade, we've analyzed the performance of several hundred companies. What we've found is that our organizational health index actually correlates very highly with operational and financial performance. So what we've seen is that companies that score high on our organizational health index also disproportionately outperform on operational and financial performance as well. So there's a very clear link between what we call organizational health performance. What we call OHI, Organizational Health Index, does, it allows companies to get a very granular and systematic view at what drives that organizational health. And then they can contrast how good are they compared to others in their industry, others in their region, the global best, and so forth. And from there, the companies can really get actionable about how to grow their organizational health. And if you allow, what we've seen, we've also contrasted this between Asia or ASEAN region versus the rest of the world. Some interesting differences, if you're okay that I elaborate. We see here in ASEAN, the companies are actually very good at setting aspirations, very good at setting that direction and the strategy going forward. Where we see a little bit falling short is on motivating the employees, for example. And actually we see a big gap on some of the leadership practices. And what we can do then is, how do you actually grow those leaders, as an example? So these are just some of the things that we look at in our organizational health index and some of the outcomes from it.
Great. So of all the topics this year at the summit, which excites you the most?
Well, first, I'm super excited overall about the theme, which is about leadership and human capital and thinking about that long term. To me, one of the most important opportunities and challenges, but also opportunity for ASEAN, for Asia overall, is how do we accelerate the human capital and the capability development? How do we grow, groom, develop leaders more rapidly? So, I actually thought that it's a recurring theme of many of the sessions, which is how do you accelerate that development? That to me is what really is exciting about this HLI conference.